it's all right now because anything you do.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto, sharing at the SEC.
You lock what you see. Then please subscribe, eh? And if you like what I do, then smash that like button too.
Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dogg Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. So you get into crypto, Because you hear about all the life-changing money, and you see people doing it and bragging about it on YouTube and flexing, some of the gains or trades that they have. And maybe influencers make it look so easy, and you see them that's throwing around thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in this market. Yet you're not finding that it's working for you, or maybe you're down. Maybe you got into something that didn't quite work out, and you took a hit, you took a loss, things didn't go as planned. And I want to let you know that I have personally been through that a whole lot. And sometimes it can get to you, make you feel like quitting and giving up on the game. And before you totally make that decision, if you're in that situation, I hope that what I can say can resonate with you. Now, I'm not trying to tell you, no, don't do it. I just want you to, consider the pros and cons if you are. And I'll share my experiences and why I think that, and the times that I personally have done this. But some of you are down, and it hurts. And it probably hurts more when you hear people like me saying, I'm kind of comfortable right now. I didn't take as big of a hit there. Actually, my portfolio is looking better than it was, a month ago. And, that may not be what you want to hear, but it lets you know that there's something there. And, maybe it's because of a mistake, and that's okay. I've made tons of mistakes, but it's what you learn from those mistakes. So let me just first start by saying, if you are in this situation and you need a timeout from the market, I'm going to be the first one to tell you to take it. Take it. You need it. It's your body, your mind telling you, I need to back off and think about what's going on and process this for a minute. Maybe you put a lot of money in there and you lost a lot. Maybe you made a lot of money and then you did something wrong and you lost all. It was so easy to lose a big chunk just like that. And you're like, well, I'm ahead. I'm okay. Maybe I should just cut it now. Those are legitimate thoughts and feelings, and you need time to process that. What I want to, if you are feeling that way, what I want to caution you about is this market's designed to make you feel like that. And if you are feeling that way, it's because the market's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The market is here to take your money, and it's good at it. It is really good at it. It's our jobs to learn how to keep it from taking our money and how to grow our money. And hopefully what we can talk about a little bit tonight, this is just kind of like an emergency surprise live stream that I would normally do this kind of thing in members only, but I thought this topic is so important that it needs to be out there for some people. And I personally am aware of somebody, and that's part of our community, that did take a hit like this, and I hope this message finds them. It's no fun to get liquidated. It's no fun to see the portfolio tank. It's no fun to buy the tops and then realize it too late that you bought the top and then see numbers go down. But those are all things in this journey that I think everybody that's been in this space for a while has done. And there was a time when before I started my channel, about 2 years ago, back in 2021, we'll bring up a Bitcoin chart up here because I don't know if you follow the charts, you kind of live your life in the charts, and it's kind of like a diary. I can remember where I was when things was happening at certain points in time, but gauging my life by the charts. But this area over here, we didn't know for sure we were in the bear market. People claiming that Bitcoin was going up to $100,000. And it wasn't until we were kind of like pretty much around $30,000, lost half of it before we kind of really started to sink it in. Oh, crap. Time-wise and everything else-wise, shoot. It's here. And, this was the area where BitBoy capitulated around 30,000. Capitulations is what the market, as soon as he did, we went back up a little bit. Crazy as that sounds. But that's what the market's designed to do, to get you to capitulate. It's designed to take your money. And so if you're experiencing that, you just made a mistake. As simple as that. And you can fix that. But what I want to warn you about is that those capitulation periods that they get you out of the market, that they're trying to actually do that. I mean, they've got a plan. And a lot of times it's right before number really goes up. So they're shaking out people. But if you decide to leave this entirely, at this point in the game, I mean, I just have to be the one to tell you that in about a year and a half from now, you're going to look back and probably feel like really kicking yourself. So if you're in that situation and you're looking just for something, safe haven or something, a little safe ground to maybe think about. I mean, you got your cost. You can go back in the cash. Of course, I don't recommend that. I would recommend at least going into Bitcoin. I am convinced that you are going to need Bitcoin in the future of how this world is happening, and that is truly going to be your safe haven. So I hope that you can kind of at least lean that way. Don't miss that train. Don't miss that train. But altcoins they've been something. Everybody's looking for what happened with altcoins back during this run when altcoins just went crazy. And we didn't really get it over here in this run. We got good, but nothing compared to the way altcoins did then, because Bitcoin stole most of the show. And Bitcoin may be stealing most of the show this time too. And historically, altcoins have helped us make a lot more money quicker and even make more Bitcoin, but there's no guarantees to all that. Everything changes. But I will tell you this, at this point in the market, I took a huge loss. Like when, it was back when before FTX. I mean, FTX didn't kick off until the, oh my gosh, can't even think of it. Luna kicked this whole debacle off, right? And whether that happened or not, we still would have went through a bear market. Something would have triggered it and happened. That's the nature of the game. But I thought I was managing myself well through here, and I was doing, spot margin things. My kind of first experience with spot margin. Now you hear me talk about it a lot because I love it. But I had to get my ass kicked really hard. I mean, hard. Because I didn't have a plan in case we dip down to these low levels. I didn't have any safeguards in place, and it taught me a lot of valuable lessons just going through that experience. And I wanted to quit crypto again. I did, but that's not the first time. Let's talk about the first time that I ever quit crypto. The first time I ever, can we get a chart that goes back that far? Oh my gosh, can we? I'll tell you this. 2015. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to have to guesstimate what we were, Bitcoin something. Because I got in about 2013 and then 2014 and all that. And I've been in and out, man. I've capitulated, I don't know how many times, especially in the beginning, until I started learning things in 2020. It taught me how this market, how to do TA and a little bit more finesse things about this market. Man, I didn't have a clue. But Bitcoin went up and then she dropped back down to around $200 back here around 2015. I got out. Sold all my Bitcoin, $200. Had about 10 of those suckers. 10 Bitcoin. Capitulated. I came back. I know I was in and out. Come in and out. But I do remember this back in, I think it was 2016. It was probably, where were you? I think you were right. Yes, I believe you were right here. Is this Pep? No, that was too early. That was too early. It was before Christmas. No, I think it was. I think it was right here. So I remember, here was the complaint that I used to get all the time from my wife. You're always on your phone. You're not paying attention, because I was trying to figure out this crypto thing. And I'm basically always in crypto, a lot like I am now, always looking and following crypto back then. And when nobody cared about it, right? Was this 2017? No, it was 20. Okay. Was it? All right, I'm not even sure exactly about it. It was one of these. It was before Christmas. I know that, but I remember distinctly us being in like a Sam's Club, whatever, walking through, and she's getting all mad at me, and I wasn't in the best frame of mind anyway. I had a job that I wasn't, that was stressing me out and everything, and and a little toxic environment there, and some toxic behaviors or toxic things, just being negative and icky and just down, and definitely didn't have the gratitude about life that I have now. But anyway, I would just remember just getting so frustrated, and I'm just tired of it. The market was fiddling out, and I got my wife just here all upset with me, and I said, all right, screw it then, we'll do it your way. I'll shift the blame over there, whatever, would work there. Sell it out. Sold all of it. And I sold a bottom. I believe it was about, I don't know, it was at a low. All I know is that about 3 months later after I did that, we were on our way, baby. Bitcoin starts coming back in the news. And then later that year, we're looking at Bitcoin going in not just $1,800, $2,000, $3,000. Hell no. My boss at work saying, have you heard about Bitcoin? I said, yeah, I used to be in all that. Well, that's like $15,000. What? Some bitch. And I just think back to when I had 10 Bitcoin and how I just threw them away. How I didn't have that much the second time that I capitulated, but that could have been my life-changing money if I hadn't got out. But things just took a nosedive, and I saw don't look at it. Bad news going on about crypto or whatever then too, because everything was bad. Government's against it. China hated it. Whatever. There was always something to capitulate it. But then, it was, after I did, she went off. Actually, I think it's probably around here when my boss is telling me, but it was quickly before Bitcoin just went crazy during that run, right? So now I'm all back in it, but am I understanding how this stuff works? Oh, hell no. I write all this 2018 down, right? Crazy. That's what you do. Oh, it's going to go back up. Oh, I'm getting into it now. Never did. The market will take your money. It's designed to do that, but there are ways around it. If you just learn a little strategy and take a little breaks when you need to. But if you're suffering through that, it's either one, you overextended yourself. You put too much money out there into the market. Too big of a position, usually on leverage, that will do it. Or two, you were using leverage and you used too much. So you're either buying too high and going into drawdown, and it's messing with you. And it can mess with your head, especially if you're used to this. Oh, geez, people like me that's been in here for a while, man, we've been through it so much that it doesn't affect us anymore emotionally. It really doesn't. And the only time I started to feel that was just when I knew I had to put my plan B into effect. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't even like having to put my plan B into effect. And that's one of the things I learned through being liquidated and all this other stuff, is that you got to have a plan B. And maybe we can talk about some of those things here on the stream tonight. Hey, Sleek Coil. Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Actually, I'm not on here to chart on this. I'll be back tonight. I'm aiming for about 10:30 and getting to the regular stream thing. But this one, I just had to address, this topic, because there's some people out there that need to kind of hear this. And so, if you are experiencing this and you're down and you're thinking about getting out, or maybe you just had that bad trade and you're just feeling down, these are the times that you need to just start looking at what went wrong. And you just got to look at it. You have to ask yourself, what did I do wrong and what could I have done differently? And you take this and you learn from it, and they're the most valuable lessons that you will get. Because if I had given up over here, because I was learning TA, I had a fair grasp of TA by the time all this. I didn't have the greatest grasp on trade management though, but that sure did help me lose it, because I lost a huge amount. And it was at the point I'm like, well, that was pretty much it. Did I just take what little I have and try to work it? Or do I want to bring more in? And I decided I believe in crypto is going to make that life-changing money. So I didn't let it get me out, but I did take to heart the lessons I need to learn, and which is tightening up on my trade management game. Tightening up on all these little mistakes that I've been making and things I've just been letting on the slide. Those little degen habits that we have and just jumping in. Whenever things are going up and looking juicy, I had to really start setting some rules, tighter rules for myself, and that actually started helping me a lot. I'm not in that situation right now. If I did that, I'd be working right now 9 to 5. Nothing would be different. I wouldn't be here on YouTube for sure. I'm not even, I don't make money on YouTube. I make money in the charts. I'm not selling anything on YouTube. I support myself solely from my trading and investing. And it can be done. And you can get here even after a big loss. That's what I want to tell you. So if you do need to take some time out, do it, but use that time and study. And I've got a book here by another YouTuber. It's called Trading Wisdom by Big Chad. Now, he's another YouTuber, and, he has a book. Okay, it's a great book. I highly recommend it. But if you can't afford that, and it's not very much, he does have a YouTube channel. He goes through his books over there. He goes through chapter by chapter. You can find it. Man, the stuff that you will learn in here, this is real life knowledge, wisdom, trading things, controlling our emotion, what to do. It's just your mindset. This will help you get your mindset right. It really will. And this is where this all comes from. If you're losing money, it's your mindset. And we got to get it right. Because the strategies are there. And if your mindset's right, then you're more likely to execute. And it's how you execute these strategies that really make you the money. And if you need strategies, that's what I'm here for, because I think I have one of the best ones out there, to be honest with you. A very put together some of the best things that I have learned from the best teachers, that the authors, people that have been in the market that I've come across, and I've compared it to what else is out there, and I've got some sound principles, and I'm freely sharing those. But I'm going to tell you, your biggest money is going to be made through investing. If you want to trade and you really want some good gains and not have to spend your whole life in front of a dang chart just trying to scalp your way there, swing trading. I see a lot of day traders that switch over to swing traders, and they're just amazed because, oh my God, look at the profit. Because you can make much bigger profit with the longer swings. I know jumping in and out seems to be the hot stuff right now, just getting those taxable events, just cranking them up there, baby. But a nice long swing trade. And I mean, it's this simple, people. It's finding the bigger time frames on the swing trade and drawing a trend line. This simple. It is truly this simple. When it breaks, you get out. You don't worry about nailing tops or bottoms. You don't worry about selling at 68,000. You worry about getting out somewhere around 54. I don't know, but that's $10,000 cheaper. Well, it's about 3x from where you got in. And if you don't get out, you're getting ready to take about another 50% haircut. You don't know that at the time, but that's your exit signal, babies. If there's anything that I can give you that can actually work for you, is exiting with price crosses, especially a major trend line. That is time to get out. That's just one of the things that I preach here, but that's kind of just the things I wanted to talk about and discuss tonight. If you're in this situation, do take the time. You take the time out, but I would encourage you to think twice before just swearing off crypto altogether, because we are just getting started. We're just getting started in this market, especially for Bitcoin, and those altcoins will follow. So maybe I'll tell you the one thing that helped me most when it comes, especially if we're dealing with altcoins. And a lot of you are not going to hear it. And I didn't do it last time. I didn't. I was mostly altcoins. But I'm telling you, you want to have at least a 50-50 portfolio. At least start it out that way. 50% Bitcoin, And then you put the other 50% in the alts, or even better, work 25 into alts and keep 25 into stable coins. But this and that old boomer coin, you're going to find that in these markets, and especially in the earliest part of the markets, Bitcoin's going to outperform the altcoins. They might get some spurts up on Bitcoin every now and then, and you'd have to catch it and do it just right to grow your Bitcoin that way. But overall, Bitcoin's going to be the winner for the most of the market. And this will help keep your portfolio from taking those big nosedives that are making you. So when everybody's down, like right now, like a lot of people, I hear a lot of people, especially if they're all altcoins, they're down. I'm not down so much because Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. This balances out your portfolio. It is so important. That's one of the most important lessons. Hell, next time I might be 75% Bitcoin. It's that impressive. For real, for real. Lessons learned from the last market cycle. You need to be more heavy in Bitcoin, and that will help you in more ways than you will even realize now. There's advanced strategies you can do with this, just having that Bitcoin there. It opens up so many more opportunities for you and holds that value for you in the market. And that's why I say, if you are jumping out of the market, at least get some Bitcoin. Don't kick yourself 18 months from now when the whole world is trying to get Bitcoin. But it's these little things that I've learned that's kept me from going back through those losses that I used to go through, just like you are. It's these little rules, and I really think there needs to be more emphasis on that, and I'll do that on my channel. The only thing I need from my people watching me is just some feedback, man. I mean, questions. Let's talk. Let's put this stuff out for open discussion, and that's the only way that we can actually get to, address the problems here, because I've been through this stuff so much that I don't even pay attention to it anymore, man. Rise in Bitcoin drops 10%, and I'm like, well, if I got anything to buy it with? I'm not scared. I'm like, well, where can I get some dry powder? I need some. Did you hear what I said? Where can I get some dry powder? That's why I need some. That's why I recommend holding that 25% dry powder. It's hard to do. It's hard for me to do now, but that's my goal. That way, when we get these big drops, and there will be more. There are going to be some bigger drops here. Wait till Bitcoin gets around 100,000. Yeah, it could drop back to 60. Yeah, that's the 618 fib, baby. Don't think it won't. But if you got some dry powder and you can kind of plan ahead for some of these, and use your strategies, and then you can really take advantage of the markets, because that's when you want to come back in, baby, and you make your money back so much quicker. So if you haven't been through a cycle 4 years, you really got to get 4 years under your belt before you can start really appreciating how this all works, how this market works. And then after that, you become the OG. You've been through the ringers, and you're much better equipped to deal with the next upcoming cycle there after you've been through it. Guys, I think I pretty much said everything I need to say there. We'll see if you guys got any questions or comments here. Ryzen says Chad is cool. He is cool. He's got a hell of a story too, man. Dude made it through cancer. And that's a hell of a journey I don't even ever want to know about. God bless him for that, but he's got some great stuff in here. Man's got a good heart, I can tell by reading his book. Mr. Miles says, you keep throwing me off my game with these unexpected streams. Can we ask any questions? Well, preferably about trading, but yeah. Let's see, it's almost 8 o'clock. I don't see anybody asking any questions about what I've talked about, so I think I got my topic done. Give a few minutes for anything. How did the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids? Did they build them? No, we had an ancient civilization before them. Go ye therefore and repopulate the earth. Repopulate. And that's just from a biblical perspective. A half-assed biblical perspective. Also, there were some things cast down to the earth from the biblical perspective that had lots of knowledge. You're a Graham Hancock fan too. Nice. Are you snooping, Mr. Miles? Pyramids are energy stations. It does appear to be that way. Especially, I think it's interesting with the pyramids that they find them in other places. Supposedly the one in Alaska, of course, you know, the ones in South America. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. I've heard some very interesting theories, but it all leads to this being a very ancient Earth, and we have no history. That just opens the thing so wild. I mean, and it can still even play into, you know, fall in line with religion for all the crazy stuff. We could have aliens as demons and angels, and who knows, man? I don't know. I just have to rest assured that God knows what God is doing, because everybody else is freaking crazy. So thank God for God. And Fibonacci, because that's probably one of the coolest creations that I've been enjoying lately. Mr. Mouse says you can do streams of this sort of stuff, and general chatting would probably do well. You think? I would freak people out. I freak my wife out, man. She can't handle it. I start talking to her. It's like, You got a pretty cool personality outside of TA. I'm very introverted. What's the thousands of God? Which one could you choose? What? Here's where we start getting into our personal differences, but it's not a bad thing. There's just one, in my opinion, one source of everything. Now, does that one source fit up to our human definitions, hope, expectations? No, I think it's so far beyond us, we don't even have a freaking clue. But apparently, it kind of likes us. It likes us. Maybe we are part of it, just those little fragments. There's also that theory, right? And then God being everything around us. How else can you be all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-being? How can you be omnipotent, be everywhere, omnipresent, unless you are everything? So we pretty much come down to light and love. And then, gosh, if we start getting into the mysticism aspects, we start getting into oh my gosh, let's go back to the Golden Dawn theory, the things that they looked into, and Freemasonry, the Gnostics. It's kind of interesting. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. I will be back again about 10:30. We'll start going over the markets and all that cool stuff. And just wanted to give a message out there to anybody that might need to hear it. And there is, yeah, at least one person out there that I'm definitely hoping can hear some of that. And you don't have to give up entirely. You don't have to give up entirely. There's a lot to learn here, and there's a lot that can really, really, really change your life. And that's what I hope to do on my channel, is to just show the strategies that I'm using that work for me. Freely available. I just need interaction, people asking the right questions, and it unlocks a whole lot of knowledge for me. And if we don't, then we just sit around and look at coins, which is cool too. So I'll be back at 10:30 and we'll start looking at those coins. And of course, I'm always waiting for those cool questions. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in a little bit. Where's that end button? There's an end screen somewhere. Mr. Miles, please respect my daughter.
Come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog.
Oh my God, and there you are right there again. Oh, you're talking about trading? Okay, I'll let you up. What would you say your crypto trading success rate is? I don't know. I can show you. I can show you what I've done lately. Come on. apparently the stream chat liked it. Where are you? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I mean, my leverage, that's where you would gauge something like that. Where are we? We need, oh no, don't reveal anything, Helen. We need to go to futures. And I got 2 trades that are open right now. Unrealized. They're in the red a little bit. I'm in drawdown. We didn't really talk about drawdown in the stream. Drawdown is when your account goes negative, right? But it's kind of like when you're expecting it. You got to give it a little cushion. You know, I got a little cushion there. Let's see, we're looking for P&L. Can we do this on, without it just being, I don't want to, not trying to show everything over here. Profit and loss. You got my trade somewhere. It's got my, I think it's on the charts. Futures trade, okay. Is this it? Position history? Order history? Hey, here we go. I think this is it. And I got 2 pages. Okay, so this is my CoinEx trades, and I got blasted over here at one point. Whenever we had that big drop, I think I got liquidated over here. Maybe have a tighten up my game. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. And on this page, I'm 80%. So got 8 of 10 trades there. This one, is this my last one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm half and half over here. But the important thing is that I've got gains, more gains than I do in my losses. And, oh, are we on the right ones? Oh, wait a minute, there's more pages? Oh, crap, we got a lot. Never mind. I got 3 pages. All right, so out of, looks like we're doing 10 trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 trades, and I won 6 out of those 8. This was 8 out of 10, and this was 5 out of 5. So whatever those come up to, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. But it's not just an in and out trade for me. I'm milking these little suckers, and every once in a while, I mean, you know, I try to keep my losses low. That one got me 11%, but hey, at least it was just 11 and not 65. That's happened to me before. Hell, 100% has happened to me a lot. So kind of there, whatever that means. So your question just dragged me right back to the stream, Mr. Miles. If that's really your daughter, I owe you a handshake. No. She's cute though, ain't she? There's a long debate of trading versus holding long term. Which pays off better? Holding long term, from my experience, has always paid off better. I mean, seriously, it has. Like a lot better. So, but I would say that you can trade, if you're trading effectively, you can definitely beat that up. But I would say you'll find that more in swing trades than you will in day trading, I think. Then why do you trade? Because I am trying to master my trading game. See, my trading is nothing but a shorter version of investing. I mean, I'm doing the same things on the charts and the same strategy and everything, really. It's no different from, you know, I'm looking at this whole cycle for Bitcoin. Same thing. I'm trying to buy bottoms and sell highs. And that's whether it's on a daily time frame or a monthly time frame or a 5-minute time frame. And it's the same thing. Once you identify the swings, you get the trend, and then you trade the little swings. And that sounds so simple, but yet we have a way of making it so complicated. And the more time frames you go to, well, the more swing opportunities you got for mini swings and noise and all other stuff. It's just That's in my personal opinion to go with the easier to get the most money on the bigger ones, right? So why do I trade? It's the challenge of it and just the skill of it and learning. It keeps me learning and stuff. And it helps me tighten up my investor game too. Because now, as an investor, I know, I mean, I know this, that on this weekly chart, once we get our swing up here, can I get a chart that I haven't drawn all the crap on? Is there such one? Is there such one? I found one the other day, right? Oh, this one's the closest I got. So here I am, I'm on the weekly chart, right? This is my game plan. This line, I'm in until that line breaks. It's that simple. If that line breaks on my investment, I'm selling at least half, because I still got conviction for Bitcoin. But you know, that's how simple it is. And bigger time frames, if I want to take some profit, this is my main, this is our trend. This is our you know, our current trend line, you would say, and then, or swing, and this is our shorter swing. And same thing, man. It's so perfect. I mean, you're not nailing the top. You can. I mean, you can go to the smaller time frames, and as things start really, you know, peeling off a little as you know, get some targets on smaller time frames. But the big thing is to make sure that you get the hell out when we cross the trend line on the bigger time frames. And then when it breaks them, to get back in. It's that simple. It really is. It's just, we can complicate it with all the noise in our heads and all the feelings that we get and all the stuff everybody else is saying. All right. Be back at 10:30. See you guys here. Thanks for hanging out.
Come on, come here, bud.
My plan is to find a few coins you have a lot of conviction in, sell after massive pumps, rebuy. That's, yeah. And if you use a trend line, it can help you nail it. But that's an excellent plan, Mr. Miles.
You won't make it to the finish line. If you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable.
See you guys in a little bit.